On May 13, 2020, Chuck Grassley and Ron Johnson received a declassified document from the Director of National Intelligence, Richard Grenell. The document provided a list of identities of officials who had submitted requests to the NSA to unmask certain names, which led to the reopening of the Michael Flynn case. While some of the names are still blacked out on this 3-page memo, some of the names of interest are Ambassador to the United Nations, Samantha Power.
And then little did I know that my own country and my own president would in effect create and inhabit his own upside down land, right? Where Trump's tweets, which I, have the misfortune, like many others, of reading most days, remind me so much of this kind of diversionary whataboutism.
The Director of National Intelligence at the time, James Clapper.
And oh, by the way, blown off what the then Commander-in-Chief, President Obama, told us to do, which was to assemble all the reporting that we had available to us, and put it in one report that the President could pass on to the Congress and to the next administration. And while we're at it, declassify as much as we possibly could to make it public. And that's what we did.
Director of the CIA, John O'Brennan.
People are innocent until, alleged to be involved in some type of criminal activity.
Director of the FBI, James Comey.
With respect to Barr's comments, I really don't know what he's talking about when he talks about spying on the campaign. And so I can't really react substantively. When I hear that kind of language used, it's concerning because the FBI and the Department of Justice conduct court-ordered electronic surveillance. I have never thought of that as spying.
And on the 3rd page, Dennis McDonough, who was the chief of staff of President Obama at the time.
Do you have any knowledge of what the content of the call was?
I don't.
Are you concerned at all that it was, don't worry about these sanctions, we will undo them when we get into office?
I'm not going to get into any particular concerns, but I do think that the content matters, and we'll see how that shakes out.
And Vice President Joe Biden. Now here's a clip of Joe Biden lying 3 different times when asked about what he knew about the Michael Flynn investigation.
I do want to ask you about Michael Flynn, the former National Security Advisor to President Trump, and the move by the Justice Department last week to dismiss the case against him for lying to the FBI. The president said yesterday that move is justified because President Obama targeted Flynn. He called it, quote, the biggest political crime in U.S. history. Your former Senate colleague, Charles Grassley, has added that Flynn was entrapped and asked on the Senate floor, what did Obama and Biden know? When did they know it? So what did you know about those moves to investigate Michael Flynn, and was there anything improper done?
I know nothing about those moves to investigate Michael Flynn, number one. Number two, this is all about diversion.
I do want to press that. You say you didn't know anything about it, but you were reported to be at a January 5th, 2017 meeting where you and the president were briefed on the FBI's plan to question Michael Flynn over those conversations he had with the Russian ambassador Kislyak.
Now, I thought you asked me whether or not I had anything to do with him being prosecuted.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was aware that they asked for an investigation, but that's all I know about it, and I don't think anything else. Look,
was the Justice Department right to drop those charges against Michael Flynn?
Well, based on a couple thousand, I guess I saw a headline yesterday, I guess, a couple thousand former, or was it a couple hundred, I'm not sure, a whole lot of former Justice Department people said the Attorney General should step down. I have been absolutely stunned by the way in which he has not conducted the office properly. But look, I don't know the detail of where we are right now. My point is a simple one. Focus on what's in front of us. You have plenty of time to investigate this issue. I think there's nothing there.
News Supreme.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.